Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Hey, yo. Oh,
Hello?
fuck, where's my questions?
Hmm?
I had to find my questions.
Oh,
Oh, it's right here. Okay.
I had a couple. Like, how are you? How have you been?
I'm pretty good. All right, you going on cam or what?
I'm gonna stay off cam because I am uh physically exhausted.
Ooh, Hollywood Sky over here, no camming.
Mm-mm.
Hollywood Sky. All right, so first off, we have to talk about something important.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Also, are you quiet on? Can y'all hear him? People in the chat, can y'all hear him?
Hello, hello, hello.
I think you're probably good. I'm gonna turn you up a little
I'm
bit.
so fresh you could suck my nuts.
All right.
I'm so fresh.
Russia's actions are more than justified as the nationhood of Ukraine is not legitimate. Let's blow Brandon. Why did you tweet that?
What?
Why is this on your Twitter?
wait. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know. Somebody probably got in there, but it definitely wasn't me. That sounds like that. I don't even know what half the stuff you just said was.
Why'd you say hashtag let's blow Brandon? What does that mean?
Let's blow brand. Oh my god, that's it. Ew. Ew. That whole saying is so stupid. Just because they could get away with that on TV. Like, oh, let's go, Brandon. I'm like, it's kind of weird. It's just weird. That's very strange.
Yeah, why'd you tweet that?
I didn't tweet that.
I don't know.
Fake news.
That's what my notes
You
say.
gotta throw up the. You better throw up the Photoshop because I did
mean,
not put the time
listen,
in.
bro, that's just what my notes say.
Not putting the time in for that. I tried not to tweet about political stuff in general. I mainly talk about video games because I truly am not informed enough to comment on anything. Like I don't really have a commentary on anything because like what am I gonna say? I'm gonna say something that someone regurgitated on Twitter or something I saw on the news, which I never watched because oh my god.
Wait, I just realized I need to tweet out that you're on here.
Yeah, please. I gotta go ahead and throw it up.
Bro, okay, so I have a wheel that I do,
Mm-hmm.
and the wheel has like certain things that like it has numbers 1 through 20. It has certain things I need to do if it lands
Right.
on a number.
Mm-hmm.
And today it landed on do 100 squats.
Oh my god.
And I'm still recovering from that from earlier in the stream.
You had to do that earlier?
Yeah, I was that was not a good idea to put on there.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. Oh my lord. What the hell is this photo you chose?
For what?
Oh my god, the photo that you know it's funny. I have a couple photos like this. Like people could make a compilation of all the photos on other people's phones of me just holding a drink looking hammered.
Getting
Like
that
I've
tall boy.
seen
I don't think you were even
yeah.
hammered.
No, we were getting them. I think he just caught me mid blink.
That was the pre-hammering.
I was also like really chunky in that photo. Like this was like, just got out of a long-term relationship. I was like, you know what? I'm about to eat everything.
It was
That's what I
Fat Boy
did.
Summer.
It was, and we got hit combo with COVID. There was nothing to do but drink and eat and oof.
Yo, speaking of eating and drinking, I think it's time for us to let the world know because I've referenced something that nobody knows what it means. And that is the TGI Friday hairline.
The what?
The TGI Friday hairline. You don't remember this?
I might remember this. You got to jog my memory.
Okay, so we were in the TGI Fridays, I believe, in Penn Station.
Oh my god, I have vivid memories of all of you making fun of me because I got boneless wings. Like relentlessly, like y'all were clowning me because I got boneless wings. Like, oh, look at that chicken nugget boy. And y'all thought y'all were so funny. I was just trying to eat, baby.
Bruh, listen. But do you not remember the hairline?
The hairline. No, describe be the hairline.
All right, so I believe it
For the
was.
context of the chat too, you should probably let them know.
I believe it was me, you, Slice, and Bonnie. I think
Mm-hmm.
Kevin had ran off to get to a panel or something.
Sounds like something Kevin would do.
And I remember I looked over because like I was facing one way and then you guys were like on the other side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
I looked over and there was a man and his hairline was just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my god, I remember. Oh my god, we thought he was like in cosplay. That shit was out of this
It was
world. I vivid.
it
Oh
was
my
the
god,
sharpest line you've ever seen across a man's head.
crystal clear. Like it was. It was. He could do math off that shit. It was. It was wow.
It was not natural.
Mm-mm.
That was not a natty hairline. And I remember especially because like I pointed it out to you, and
Mm-hmm.
you were like, "Oh my god!" And then we pointed it out to Slice, and he like did a double take where he was like he like retched his neck all the way back to be like, "Holy shit! What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, no, that I remember was breaking a lot of necks in the TGI Fridays.
Was it you
That was
who
a good.
was like gonna go up and be like, "Hey man, nice hair"?
No, oh my god, I probably honestly back then that sounds like something I would have done. Ew, I would never do that. I would never go up to someone and.
I mean, listen, he probably paid. Actually, no, he probably didn't pay that much money for that. Let's be honest.
But that I was like, yo, that's fierce. That's one thing, dude. Comic Con, I miss a lot. Just the whole COVID thing happened, and there was one last year, but it was kind of weird. That
No,
actually
when
brought Omicron into New York. Actually, no, it was Anime NYC. That was a big thing.
Comic Con, more like Omnicron,
Mm-hmm. It was wild.
and we
I
should.
remember getting the text like the you've been in contact with someone who went to this. I'm like, God damn
Yeah, my guest last week said that he was there, and he said that 3 weeks later he got that text, and he was like, "I think it's a little late."
it. For real. I have had that happen to me too. Like I've traveled to Michigan, not Michigan, Minnesota, and I got texts from there all the time about getting COVID. I'm like, yo, I haven't been there in months. What are you talking about? Leave me alone. Like I haven't traveled through your pathways at all.
Yo, listen, you were in contact with COVID 2 years ago. You might have it.
Yeah. Just on the off chance. Throughout this whole thing, thank goodness I didn't get it. Um, I would hate to get it at like the ass end of this. That would like blow. That would
True.
that would be so bad.
I feel like I'm one of the few people who has not gotten it, but I also don't leave my house that often.
I was definitely outside way more than I should have been, truly, during this whole thing. Um, I would say New York City had this mystique about it. Like I've never seen the city streets so empty. Like you could hear the sounds of something that happened 5 blocks away, like bounce off of the reflections of the windows and shit, and just go down the paths. And it was the creepiest thing. You never get that. Remember, so scary.
It was just the inside out.
Yeah, it was just empty. I'm like, there's never in my life seen 42nd Street, Times Square this empty.
I can't even imagine that. I remember my friend in New York, like I saw a picture of Times Square completely empty, and I sent it to him, and he was like, "Nah, that's not real." I'm like, "Bruh, it's real."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I haven't introduced you. How would you describe yourself online to anyone who is seeing you for the first time?
I don't know. I really just like talking about stuff I like. I think I'm at that point now where, I like talk about, Nintendo and Kingdom Hearts and like Pokemon and stuff. Like those are my favorite things. So yeah, sometimes I tweet about things, sometimes I make skits on like TikTok or make a long video essay on YouTube when I feel like getting it together. But I'm a little all over the place, I guess. Oh, and I stream. So yeah, content creator stuff.
You're one of 3 Twitch partners that we're having on this season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
or at least confirmed so far.
Twitch partnership, man, it's come such a long way. I remember I got it in 2015. Oh my God, where's the time gone?
Hollywood,
7 years ago. Seven
Hollywood, my
years
man.
ago.
And I'm over here denying affiliate because I'm like, bro, that's not even gonna be worth it right now.
No, I totally get it. Wanting to go straight for a partner like that's valid.
I mean, my main thing is like I don't want people to have to like watch ads right before and be like, actually, never mind.
Hmm. And the thing about that is like Twitch ads don't even pay out basically anything. Like it's microscopic. Like whatever you're gonna get is gonna come through um like viewer support. They're gonna subscribe or resubscribe or donate or whatever.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like my friend Milky Puff, she was like, yeah, I think that the affiliate requirements are so low purely just so Twitch can be like, all right, we're just gonna get as much as we can out of people.
Hmm.
Like just have a bunch of people that they don't have to pay out, but they're gonna make money off of.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like Twitch's whole ecosystem, like the payout for partners and affiliates, I think are the same. Is it's 50%. So like every sub, it's $5, you only get 250, and that adds up. Like I'm like, yo, 50%, Jesus. Like can we
Yeah,
get like 80 or like 70 at least? Like 50, Jesus Christ.
I think it's a little bit different if you get like a partner contract.
If yeah, so if you may there's like a certain criteria if you reach. I'm not sure the exact specifics, but I've heard like the rumored number is if you have like 1,000 non-gifted subscribers, like people who are subscribed annually, they will give you a better cut. But that's, oh my god, that's crazy to have 1,000 people do that. That's you probably get a better cut because your numbers are probably insane for that.
Yo, out of curiosity, what is like your peak monthly subscribers that you've had?
um the most I've had, because the way I know is through like they have emote slots. Like you get rewarded if you have this many subs. So the most I've had was 1,100.
Not bad.
Um, yeah, that was like whoa. I'll never get that close again. That shit was I was wild. I don't even remember what the circumstances were, but I do remember that number
Yeah.
vividly.
What I think is crazy is like I'm figuring out over time, especially like over the last year, I just realized like wow, like getting views on Twitch is not easy.
Mm-mm. It's more Twitch is more for the community aspect. Like this is where you hang out when you have your following, And
Yeah.
it's not really a place to grow. It's not like a place to build new relationships with. It's more so, the chill spot, the hangout, the let's go grab a beer after that video I just watched, or that,
Yeah.
that's what Twitch is. So,
But it's kind of crazy when you think like, okay, like I mean my social media in general does not transfer well in the sense that like, okay, I'm on a channel with 1 million subscribers. And
hmm
then I have like 2,000 Twitter followers and like my YouTube my own YouTube channels are kind of low too. So it's
hmm
like you you break that down and that's like trying to get people to watch on Twitch. I mean, we have free viewers right now. We had 5 a second ago. Like
hmm
that's pretty good for me right now.
for sure.
But that's like crazy how that like breaks down like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, all these platforms have their own meta, and it's just hard to keep track of every little change that one platform does. Like what works on TikTok doesn't work on YouTube or Twitch or whatever other platform, Facebook, yada yada. Um,
Yeah, that's something I've heard about TikTok. It's like obviously like TikTok is really weird with their algorithm where you can just upload some bullshit and that'll be like, "Oh, you got 50,000 views." And you're like, "What?"
mhm.
But then like that doesn't really transfer.
Right,
Or at least that's what I've been
but
told. Like I've heard people be like, "Yeah, I got like a ton of followers on TikTok and a bunch of like views and stuff, and then I started like a Twitch or a YouTube and it's just like it feels like I'm starting over again."
mhm. I don't know. I think with like the platforms to grow have been TikTok and YouTube. Um, Everywhere else has been about fostering a community like Twitter or Twitch. But no, I get it. Well, like that's why people who are considered like the best streamers are completely different than the best YouTubers. Those are they play by their completely separate set of rules.
Yeah. But also like Twitch is at the point where it's like the way to get big on Twitch is get big somewhere else.
Hmm. Yes, yeah, that's exactly it. And I don't know how sustainable that's going to be for them, especially when some of their bigger streamers are like being bought out all the time. So who knows? But
Yeah. Like
personally, that's I
Ludwig
think
is
that's
blowing up on YouTube now.
mhm. I think the big thing is like that's unfathomable numbers. Like I will never get a grasp of. Like imagine like having 1,000 monthly subscribers. Like that's something that just people do, you know, or even beyond that. A
Yeah,
thousand might be low for them, you know. But like, oh my god, you know, I stream because it's just fun to talk to my people. You know, I get to geek out about things I like, and
yeah,
like I don't care about the. I'm not gonna say I don't care about the money because that's not true. That's not true. I wouldn't be able to do it as much if there was no pay. You feel me? Like just
right.
I'm an adult.
We gotta
Shit
eat.
has to be paid. Yeah, for sure. Um, so but other instances where I'm like, okay, I want to just talk about this or that. You know, it's nice to have that there. Just people that would listen to my whatever the nonsense. So
I think I, bro, honestly, I feel like streaming on Twitch has made me better on camera in general. Like
oh yeah.
1000%.
Because it's not as simple as just turning a camera on and playing a game. Like you have to put on the whole shebang, you know?
Yeah. And especially
Mhm,
I feel like with gaming on Twitch, like you either have to have a audience like you had where it's like in some way related to gaming, or you have to be ridiculously good at a game. And
mhm,
I had neither of those things. And I started trying to play games, and I was like, nobody wants to watch me play games. So now I'm doing
mhm,
this kind of stuff, and it's like people actually started watching.
mhm. I mean, hey, that's the cool thing about Twitch too. Like, it doesn't have to be a gaming platform. Like, the variety section is the biggest one
Yeah.
on the platform where people like cook. There was the whole hot tub stream meta. Like, there's always some new stuff on there. So yeah, like I mean, if you get aligned with this and it's something you like, then you know,
Is that
and if they like
something?
it, yeah.
Is that something that you want to move your channel towards? Like, because you've always been like kind of a gaming Twitch streamer. Like,
I mean, I don't really have truly. I don't have, I guess, as interesting opinions about things outside of gaming. You know, like I could talk about tech, I could talk about this, I could talk about that, but um, sometimes I just get on there and just talk about, oh, I played this game. This is my thoughts, or you know, I'm about to play this. Who's what the whatever. Um, so I don't think I would ever want to go out the gaming space. I love vlogging, traveling's fun,
hmm
but like for
have you ever done IRL
um,
streaming?
that scares me. Right? Like truly, I that's too much. That's too much. Like I have a fear. Like I want to do it. I thought about it conceptually. I'm like, oh, I love playing Pokemon Go. I love being outside. I'm just scared someone's gonna pull up on me because they have my stream up and they're gonna be able to pinpoint exactly where I am in New York City and just bang. Literal fear I have.
Yeah, there. I feel like IRL streaming is popular in other countries for a good reason. Because in America, it's like you're either in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing to stream, or it's like you're in a big city and motherfuckers are gonna go crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not the most ideal situation, truly. But no, I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Oh my god, I'll never forget E3 a couple years ago at the Twitch booth. They had this demo backpack. It was like basically a backpack that you could use to stream. They have a camera. They have a Twitch thing. You just it's a really big backpack. It was kind of heavy. You carry it around, but you know you can interact with your stream, whatever. That backpack was around $2,000. I found that out and I immediately took it off my bag and put it on the ground. I was like, I know I want nothing to do with this. If I drop break that shit, I'm Twitch about to kick me off everything. So no. Uh,
What are some of your we've gone to a lot of cons together. What is one of your craziest con memories that comes to mind?
um One in particular, it was a PAX East. It was I don't remember what year it was, but I recently turned 21 and I got invited to a lot of the after parties now because I was able to go. And I don't remember who it was. It was either you know, it was one of those like tech companies and they were throwing a banger at a club and whatever. And we got invited. It was me and HMK. We got invited and it was open bar. We just turned 21 and we went ape shit. And we thought the open bar was only for an hour because that's how it was described in the invitation. They're like, come for the first hour, it's open bar. And that seems fair. We're like, all right, no problem. So we drank because we didn't want to pay anymore. But when the hour was up, they went on the loudspeaker like everybody, you know, everybody got the open bar. If you want to keep drinking, you can head upstairs. The open bar is up there too. And I was like, oh my god. Um, we hung out in the club for a bit. I remember HMK at this time. He told me he was considering proposing to his girlfriend, which is now his fiance, funny enough. And I remember I was like hysterical. I was like, oh my God, that's so great. And then I blacked out. And HMK describes the story as I went downstairs to go dance, and both of our phones were dying. And he had to basically drag me out of the club into our hotel room. He threw me onto the bed. I bounced off the bed onto the hotel room floor in between that crack and the bed. I kind of like swam there for a little bit because I couldn't get up. And I don't remember any of this. This is all I trust that he's telling the truth because that sounds like something I would do. But you know, I'm excited going to PAX East this year. We'll see what happens. You know, it's always fun.
You trying to go to MomoCon?
I definitely want to, but either has anyone made any moves? Like I don't know. Has anyone been talking about MomoCon?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Kevin said
So
we're going, but I have not talked to him about it in a hot minute. So I have no idea what's going on. I'm assuming we're going.
yeah, no, I gotta look into that too because that's right around the corner. April's next week. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Where's the time going?
Bro, this year has been just like boop, we're here.
Yeah, no, the fact that it's almost a fourth over, or it is a fourth over. It's almost another third over. Oh my God. I can math. That's fine.
Bro, I feel like every year since 2020 has just not happened.
Like it's been a long blip of time.
Like 2021 definitely just feels like 2020 2.0. And we're just in the extension of that now.
I mean, I feel like at least I can only speak for New York City because they recently lifted the mask mandate here. And like everything's kind of back to normal. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. I don't want to say it's similar to normal because like a lot of businesses, it's up to their discretion if they want to wear the mask or not.
Right.
Like if they won't, which is cool, but it's
kind
of been universally understood that this is just what it is.
I still wear my mask everywhere, but the fact that I can go places is that's big.
Yeah, no, like eat at a restaurant, go see a movie, go to a museum, like those are things that we took for granted when we were inside for so long,
Mm-hmm.
Go to a bar, go to a club, go dancing, like just these social things, I love that.
But even then, like, even with like, okay, things are going back to normal, like it's like an existential thing for me to be like, bro, I was like basically still 21 when things started. Now I'm 24. And it just feels like it straight up feels like a time skip. But also I'm like, I don't even know if that's like just me getting older and time passing by quicker, or if that's like genuinely just like COVID time fucking me up.
I think it's just gonna take a bit for us to adjust. Like at least one full year of no COVID bullshit. Like we had to deal with Omicron in January. Think about that. Like it wasn't that long ago. So who knows?
Yeah.
And if a new variant starts to come out the shadows, Omicron, Persei 8, whatever the hell they decide to call it, it's just hopefully we're a little better prepared.
Yeah. Yo, your story did like remind me of something though. I just remember last time we went to New York Comic Con and we went to an after party and you just straight up like left reality.
Which after party was this?
The one at the bowling alley.
Oh my God, that was so fun. I had such a great time.
It was, but then like I remember at the end of the night, they were like, all right, all y'all motherfuckers gotta get out. Like everybody was drunk. This one kid who was next to us was like, yo, where the fuck did my phone go? Where'd my shoes go? Where'd all my shit go? David lost his shoes. And then there was like some random like old guy who was with us that everyone was like, yo, I thought you knew him.
Yeah, no.
And then we were like, yo, did that dude just rob everybody?
Oh my God. He had to go home with the bowling shoes on because they took his kicks.
Yeah. And I remember we were like, yo, where's Sky? Where's Sky? And then like we were just like, well, he's gone.
My shit was the whole reason we ended up at that party was because we were going to that yacht party. We were mad hype. We were about to pull up. We
No, that
went
was the
over
next
there.
night.
No, the reason we went to the bowling alley. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Because we were at that one spot with that VIP section. Remember that one spot? We it wasn't a bowling alley though.
I remember a different spot, but I don't remember a VIP section.
That it had like all the food. I remember this bar had like food and it was like a buffet section up in the back. And I was like, oh my God.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember that apparently either. You don't remember that? I remember Kevin was there.
Yeah, I remember Kevin was there, and Kevin was like, "Yo, I'm done."
You know, it's so funny. I think about that all the time because I'm not. This is gonna sound really because, like I said, we kind of got through a time skip. Like I don't really drink like I used to. Like
Mhm.
I cut it back a lot. You know, much more chill. So when I totally get the vibe, I wanted to go to bed at a certain time now. Maybe that's me getting old, but you know,
See,
just
I've never had that. I mean, I get that a little bit now, but like even when I didn't drink, I was like, "Bro, I want to go out and have fun. I want to go out and go crazy. Just not just doing it while sober."
hmm
But the thing
yeah, no,
is
I
like
get that.
all my friends in Michigan, they would be like, "Oh, you're not drinking. You get to babysit." I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Yeah, it's like you just killed the vibe. Now I gotta be like responsible and shit.
I think that's one thing is the older you get, that just becomes less acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be doing this shit to like, you know, you're 28, 29. I'm like, all right, you probably should pack it up, you
There's a certain point
know?
where you're just like actually an alcoholic.
Yeah, like, all right, you had fun when you were young, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not judging. You can, you know, drink whatever, but um, if you're gonna make it other people's problem, that's the issue.
Right.
Mhm.
Like I don't care if people drink if it's like okay, we're all on the same vibe, but if it's like, "Oh, you're going to be like the person who takes care of everybody." It's like, "Nah,
Mhm.
I don't want to be responsible. Fuck that shit."
Yeah, no, the whole point of the party is to not worry about other people. Like, just the vibe, have fun, chill.
I mean, I think at this point, I remember you imparted wisdom onto me and you were like, "Listen, sometimes you just got to be like, I'm not going to be the dad. I'm just going to let you wake up in a ditch tomorrow."
That's true.
And I think at this point in my life, I'm like, "Yeah, that's just what I'm going to do." Like,
Because truly, that's the greatest lesson.
mhm.
Like, but hopefully it doesn't get to that. But this sometimes some people, in order for them to get it, they have to wake up in a ditch. It's just the truth. It's just
That's just what's got to happen sometimes.
I speak as someone who has woken up in a ditch. Like I've been there. I had a lot of stories where I wake up and I have no idea where I am. Like it's not. They're funny in hindsight, but at the time I'm like, oh my god.
You got any you want to share on stream?
Hmm. Yes. Um. It was a Halloween. I was this was a Halloween after I graduated college, but I moved back up to my college town because all my friends were still in school, so I wanted to be around them. So I was in the neighborhood, whatever, and it's Halloween, and I dressed as King Mickey, like from Kingdom Hearts, whatever. And I have the Keyblade, and I get blackout drunk. And like I said, I don't really remember the night, but I wake up the next day, and I'm in this dark room, and there's a body next to me, and I'm like, what, where am I? Like I can't tell. Like the light, the window is not protruding light because it like faces a brick wall. Like I don't know where I am. So I look up and I'm like, oh shit, that's my boy. Like I'm in his room. Like apparently I just woke up next to him. But the issue was
You were inside him.
during no, oh my god, dude. Before I went to bed, I peed in his closet. Uh, But not only did I pee on his closet, he had a plastic bag full of formal wear on the ground that he recently did laundry for because he needed it for a class or a presentation. You know, formal clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I pissed directly in that bag,
Damn.
and I had to explain.
Listen.
I'm like, I no, because they explained to me, like, you peed in this bag. I'm like, I didn't fucking, you're crazy. I didn't, don't gaslight me.
Is this a
This
podcast? It might as well be. basically.
So I'm like, okay, um, what the hell? I'm like, oh no, I had no idea I did that. Like that's bad. That's bad. And I had to pay. I had to pay for him to get. I paid like $200 for him to get all new formal clothes because I pissed all over them. Oh, and then I projectile vomited all over the bathroom. So, and I had to mop it. So yeah, that's one of my many blackout stories.
And then as you get older, you get to witness other people do that.
Yeah, no, I think you know what it is? I physically can't no more. Like I drink like if I can't drink as much. If I even try attempt it, like I would like if I look at a glass of wine, I'm hungover for 3 weeks. You know, like I'm at that point
Right. I mean,
where I'm like,
I'm kind of glad I never started drinking because, like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I know I have an addictive personality, and also being part Irish and native, I'm like, bro, I would be an alcoholic.
mm-hmm.
Like, no doubt. But also,
No, I
like,
get it.
I mean, like, I have not aged aside from my hair falling out since I was like 17. And I feel like part of the reason for that is because I don't drink or do anything.
No, I mean that's part good. Your body's a temple. You should treat it as such.
Exactly.
But no, I don't. Yeah, I had to stop after a while. It was more so that I was starting to get a gut, and it was starting to bother me. I started to feel lousy, and it cost so much money. Oh my
True.
god, yo! I live in New York City, and an average drink can range from $8 to $15.
Bro,
And
remember
that's
the
one.
boat?
Yeah. Oh my god. They said this is we. They said
Wasn't it like $40?
$30. It was like 35, $40. It was 35 plus tip. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, no problem.
And they added the
Um,
tip on mandatory.
I didn't pay that shit. I put it right back, and
And then we were
I was
like,
like,
all right, we are leaving this boat.
I was like, we gotta get the fuck off this boat right now.
Like, it was about to leave, and you were like, nope, we're going.
I'm like, we need to get off this because we're gonna be stuck out here for 3 hours on a sober booze cruise or go bankrupt. So we gotta get off this boat right now.
Yo, speaking of degeneracy and substance abuse, I saw you
Love
tweeting
that.
about Euphoria.
Yeah,
How
it's
far
my
have you
shit.
gotten?
I'm done. I'm caught up.
I can't find anywhere to watch season 2.
Is it not on HBO?
Listen, I don't have a lot of money.
I mean, you could, irate pay. You feel me? If you really feel that way about it.
I mean,
But
I'm working on that, but I can't find
mhm.
it anywhere. But I did watch season 1, and I want to, like, as someone who has also, I know, has experience with doing that type of stuff. And
Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god! What kind of drugs? She's out here. She's out here doing lean, bro. Like I've never been touching that shit. What are you doing?
listen, I,
Substance abuse?
I've seen you smoke crack a few times.
That's cap. This is not true. That's never happened.
But not like, I mean, like, okay, we both went to high school,
Mm-hmm.
and we saw people doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
How accurate do you actually feel like it is?
Like Euphoria as a show.
Yeah, as far as like that aspect of it.
Okay, this is a thing I have as an issue with a lot of I guess TV and media and shit is like I that's a white school. I didn't go to a white school. Like there was no football team, there was no lockers, there was no like my high school experience was very different than the ones they show on TV. So imagining my high school even coming close to what the hell Euphoria is, not even remotely.
I mean,
Not even like oh my
that's something I thought about. I'm like, is that just how schools are in like California? Like, is that what it is?
is that where the show takes place?
I think so.
Hmm. Well, I I love it. Actually the first episode I saw was the one where everyone's like, "Oh, I'm no spoilers," but the one where everyone's like, "Oh, Zendaya's gonna get an Emmy." Like she killed it, and she
Mm-hmm.
absolutely killed it. That was the first episode I saw, because I just happened to be in the room, and I think that's the thing about Euphoria. It's like Game of Thrones in a way that it's a social experience. Like people watch it together, you know.
I mean, I think part of the
Um,
thing is like it does kind of have like a reputation for being like a edgy, like gritty, realistic portrayal of like drugs and addiction, but it's also literally just like another like TV high school drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like trying to have both of those things like at the same time kind of like they kind of step over each other.
Sure, I get that. I guess it ultimately comes down to where Rue's character arc is gonna go because addiction is a up and down battle. There's no surefire way. And like the whole premise of the show and season one is like she comes out of rehab and she's like, oh, I have no intention of staying clean.
Yeah.
Um, but stuff happens. She,
I mean, that's
like I said,
actually one way that I kind of related in like season one
mhm,
was like seeing Rue have to go to parties and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be sober, and just kind of like sitting there like, I don't know what to do.
mhm.
Because like the social script in those situations is like, oh, well, once you partake in whatever's going on, then it's like, A, B, C, D. But like if you're not gonna do the A, then the B, C, D is kind of like, well, shit.
That's the thing that's so ass. I think just about being younger and as a teenager too, because I've also fallen victim to this, and I've also been the one to be like, yo, you should drink whatever, blah, blah. But like, that's one thing I would say the younger generation is probably getting right is the no peer pressure type joint. Like they're like, oh,
I mean,
we're not gonna let you.
I feel like it kind of still exists, but it's not the same.
Do you think it's like in a different way? Like it's
Yeah,
changed?
because like it's not like I don't think anybody these days is gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna drink, you're not gonna smoke, you're not gonna do drugs, like, oh, you're a loser, like you can't hang out with us. But they are gonna be like, oh, it's fine if you don't want to do that, but we're also not gonna like change the fact that that's all that we're gonna be doing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to be like the foundation for like all the social, like everything.
Yeah, no, I get that. My I've actually had recent experiences like that with my friend group because that's all we do. We go out drinking.
Right.
And this is crazy because I live in one of the greatest cities in the world. There's literally 6 billion things to do. We can go see a movie, we can go to a museum, we can go bowling, we can go to a baseball game, basketball game, whatever. Like there's just so many things to do.
Right.
But it's always let's go out and drink. And I'm like, like I said, I relate more now to the sentiment that you've been feeling throughout the years because I also don't really like drinking socially anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
so I'm sorry, that's ass
yeah.
because it's happened to me. It's so ass.
Yeah. I mean, part of it is like in like Detroit, I can't really even like be that upset about it because there isn't really much else to do. Like, I get that, like, okay, what are you gonna do other than like go to a club or whatever at night because like everything's closed and like that's all there is to do. But like that's part of
Mhm.
why I'm moving to LA potentially this year, or I'm planning to move to LA over the summer and like try and get like a place for a year or so. Cause like
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea.
because when I have been in LA, it's like, okay, there's actually shit to do that's not revolving around that. Like, you
Hmm.
can go out at night and there's actually like places to go where you don't have to drink.
Yeah, I get it. I just and I think LA would be better for that too because it's the weather's nicer.
Fuck
You
yeah.
could take up a lot more hobbies out there too. And I want to make the trip someday, but now life.
Yeah.
I'll visit. That's for sure. I don't think I'm gonna be living in LA anymore. But
I mean, my plan right now is like I have money saved up. I'm like, okay, I can survive for a year at least, and like we'll
hmm
see how sustainable it is, and also if I actually want to stay there. And after that, like I'll
yeah,
figure out what I'm gonna do.
no, I get that. I mean, like it's and that's a big move. Like I mean, we
Yeah,
have friends out there. It's just it's
yeah.
a big
Kevin
gig
moved
because
out
that's
there.
not your home. Yeah. I can't wait to see his crib and
Mm-hmm.
the cat, and I want to make the trip soon too. I need to get my money up, not my funny up. There's just so many things coming up soon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's tough out here.
yeah. It's all about the grind. It's all it never is about, really. Oh my god, I was talking about this. Do you have any? Because I try and bring this up to my friends. Do you have any hobbies that aren't monetized?
Weightlifting.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Because I was having a hard time thinking about
I
that too.
think that's it. Also, I guess gaming, because I don't stream
Mhm.
games anymore.
Okay.
I mean, I try and
Because a lot of people wouldn't say gaming, I would
yeah,
say, but like
like
that's like I said. But I would if you put how much. What have you been playing?
I try and stream games. Like I was streaming Lost Ark for a while, but I feel like trying to play that like seriously and also stream it kind of burnt me out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I started streaming Arceus, but then I ended up just like playing all of it off stream.
The game is fantastic. I don't blame you.
Yeah, like I literally played my first session on stream, and I was like, I'm just gonna grind off stream, and then like I just
I think the tech is you need to have a stream game. Like
yeah,
I've been playing Elden Ring, but I haven't been streaming Elden Ring. I've been streaming like Bug Fables or Kingdom Hearts or whatever. Like so I've been enjoying the game by myself. Like there's certain titles that you can relinquish to a chat experience, while others are more
Fortnite.
personal, intimate. Yeah, Fortnite's fun in all aspects. I am a stan of that game, and I always will be.
I like playing it, but I'm bad at it.
They removed the building,
Yeah, I saw that.
which is so great because I've already won 3 games this season because these kids can't build 3-star mansions or 5-star mansions in front of me.
I mean, we won like 3 or 4 games when we played.
Yeah,
We were getting carried, but we still won.
we were indeed getting carried. But you know, my ooh, I'd ask this too. Like, how do you find enough time in the day to do what you need to do? Because and the energy. Oh my goodness.
I don't most of the time.
Me either.
I mean, like honestly, like part of the reason I was like, yo, I'm gonna have guests on this season is I only have to plan out like an hour of content.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, like, so with that idea in mind, yeah, I find it a little more comforting that we all go through that together.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anyone really that really got their shit together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all the mid 20s arc is kicking everybody's ass right now because that's just the arc. That's what the arc's supposed to do.
And it's
We're
also
we're
on hard
going,
mode because of COVID.
yeah, like what?
I mean, honestly, what made me feel better was literally like this morning. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and something just possessed me to go through. Do you know who Hassan is?
Yes.
I'm like a big fan of his, and like I genuinely like look up to him as a role model because like he shares like a lot of my views and stuff, and like I've followed him since he was on the Young Turks, like before he even started streaming. And I was
Mhm.
just something in my brain was like, I'm gonna go through his Instagram and like go way back. And I went back to like when he was my age, and it was like I saw like his posts getting like the same level of interaction. It was like the same type of stuff that I would post. And I'm
Mhm.
just like, damn, bro. Like he's 30 now. It's like if he was doing that shit back when he was my age, then it's like and also like he was with the Young Turks and stuff back then, so it's like I felt a little bit validated in like where I am now because I'm like, okay, I got time, like I can actually figure shit out and like potentially move up in between like now and my 30s.
I would say just in general, this everyone kind of goes at their own pace.
Yeah.
Is because those YouTube channels that literally they're like, oh, I made my channel in July and now it's November and I have 8 million subscribers. Like, what the where, who, how?
Yeah.
Like these things happen all the time. It's just and everybody goes at their own pace and everybody has their moment for different reasons. Like I will never forget, I made like a video like Kingdom Hearts 3 just got announced and I made a compilation of other people's reactions and I got 60,000 views and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And it wasn't even anything original,
Mm-hmm.
but it got attention to my channel and I just started grinding. I was like, bop, 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 and then, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, it all happens at a different point for different people.
Yeah.
So,
I think I think part of the thing that like kind of broke my brain is like I need to like recognize that like even though I am part of like a large channel and I have like that part of like my content and like I have to like consider that and consider the fact that I have a giant platform, I'm still technically like a really small creator,
yeah, no, I get that.
which is like a weird like like thing that is simultaneously happening is like on one hand like people view me as like a massive YouTuber because it's like, oh, I'm on a channel of like a million subscribers. I have a bunch of videos that are like over 100K or even close to a million. But then it's
Hmm.
also like I stream and we have 5 viewers. I upload a video on my other channel, I get like 100 views. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
I think it's the big thing about that, in my opinion, is these channels can't really connect with you that they can, like on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like they can't build that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, I totally get that. Like, also, every time you make a video, it's towards like it's an animation channel, and it's catering to that niche.
Right.
So if you're offering them something that's not animation related, as you go from there, it becomes tough. So
Yeah.
that's the constant battle creators face is the I have to make content for like for growth versus the shit I want to actually make.
Yeah.
They sometimes they get along, and but most of the times they do
I mean, that's something
not.
that like just within like me, Kevin, and Shane, and everybody at the roundtable, we've been like for years, and now we're just like kind of starting to figure out a plan to put in place in the future of like how are we going to cover like all the stuff that we're passionate about that isn't just
Mhm.
animation, especially since
Yeah,
like
no.
animation is such a niche audience, and it's like we've grown our audience to the point that it is, and it's like how much bigger can it get within like this small community, right?
Hmm.
Like after a certain point you have to branch out to like more general stuff, so it's like trying to figure out like how to do that. And it's like not only a thing of like a thing that we want to do, but it's also a thing that's going to eventually and like in the big picture create growth for us overall.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's definitely like a really weird thing to have to kind of wrestle with and be like, okay, like where how do you balance like what people want you to do and what you know that like what people think they want versus like what you know people want.
Yeah, no, I never listen to the comments because they will there's people out there who are like, yeah, I watch anything, and that comment's gonna get so
Yeah.
much love, and that shit gaslights the shit out of you because that's just one person.
Yeah.
That's one person, and that's not, and we do that where we encompass our entire audience into like this in this single entity, like chat or the comments, like that is a one single thing, which is not fair to them too.
Yeah. Like
The,
I
the
mean,
video gets 6,000 views and it gets only 60 comments. That's still a lot, but like,
even with the stream and even with like my smaller channels, like if you just looked at the comments, you would
mhm,
think like how are you not like a giant streamer, or how are you not like a giant like YouTuber on your own outside of the roundtable? But it's like you have to remember like even though like the people who are here are like very passionate about the stuff that I'm making and they greatly support it, and I of course appreciate that. Like ultimately that is only like a handful of people.
mhm.
But I mean, at the same time, that is kind of validating because it's like, okay, if I can reach this handful of people, I can, branch out beyond that. But like, especially like
Yeah,
with the way that content moves these days, it's hard to figure out how to do that.
yeah. It's it becomes a point too where can you always keep up with the constant change? I stopped like I kind of did the YouTube thing, and I retired. I'm doing it again a bit, but I still right now I'm just I don't know figuring it out. Uh, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, you got verified.
I did. This is one of those like grass is always greener situations where it's really meaningless.
Yeah.
I say that as with someone with a check mark. I don't know how to like it's dumb. It's only egotistical where I'm like, ooh, now my thoughts are a little more validated because I have a little check mark. But
I think it probably helps for networking, honestly.
that's 100% true. Like people who see the mark and they're like, ooh, what? That's yeah. But
I mean, I think that's
I don't
mostly
know.
what Twitter following is for. Is just to like, if you do want to network, like you gotta have like the numbers to back it up.
Hmm.
Because people aren't gonna be like, oh, well, you're big on Twitch, you're big on wherever. They're just gonna be like, oh, damn, this motherfucker only has 20,000 followers. What a fucking
Hmm.
loser.
That's the cool thing about Twitch too, I would say, is like you really just get five cold-blooded motherfuckers in your chat and you're good. Like you only need five. Like just people who active or That's it. And then it becomes way easier. It's just it's hard to get that first 5.
Oh,
You know.
1000%.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it'll drive you crazy just trying to like talk to nobody, and you just see like the viewer count going like 1, 2, 1.
Yeah, no, I stopped. You can't. I haven't looked at a viewer count in years. I have it disabled on my streams for that very reason. Like when I stream, it's only my chat. Like I only see the chat window. I refuse to look at stream stats,
I'll
except like sub
usually
ones.
I'll usually just turn it off until I see chat start moving, and then I'll turn it on just to like see if I'm keeping people or not.
Yeah, but that becomes tugging.
Yeah.
Because then you start to take it personally. Like, oh shit, what did I say? Did I do something wrong to make them click off? When
Yeah.
there's like a bajillion reasons they could have just clicked off.
Yeah.
Know?
It could be like, oh, I need to like go do something, or like I just stopped in to like see what was up. Because like part of it too is like with Twitch, you have to constantly remember it's like this isn't like a YouTube video or something. Like it is like a live format, and our generation is no longer acclimated to watching things live. Like there are definitely people who will sit in your stream from start to finish, but like that's definitely a minority, and most people are just going to stop in.
Exactly. Say hello, maybe throw a gift sub, you know, hang out for a bit. Like my streaming experience typically when I watch is I watch at work. You know, when I'm working, I have the TV up with the Twitch stream up.
Yep.
I go to like the person with the lowest amount of views in my follower list, and you know I have them in the background.
Yeah.
But I don't really comment. Maybe I throw in a prime because I have it, but I'm a lurker. I'm a hardcore lurker.
I mean, with you, I'll literally just go into your chat and be like, "Hey, yo, you get no pussy," and then I'll leave.
And it's great, and I love it every time. It's such a blessing. I'm so glad you come into my stream and bless me with that information. So thank you.
Exactly. All right, I think we've been going for about an hour, so I'm gonna wrap things up.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me. I love just shooting the shit with you.
Follow me on Twitter at TommyPQM, and also check out Sugma Mail. Probably cooling off with doing the edited videos of the stuff from the stream, and probably posting more of that on this channel where I post the full VODs. And also check out the Roundtable, check out Toon Drip, check out all that stuff.